Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Happy Thursday and welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where I take you through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. We are super excited about the weekend, and I'm just realizing that if you're tuning in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you may be watching from somewhere else in the world. You may not know that this is the day before our weekend, because in the UAE we celebrate the weekend on Friday and Saturday. So we are getting ready for the weekend. It's the last day of our week. We've worked hard. We deserve 2 days off, and we are so excited. Guys, what are your plans? I'm assuming not so much because of recent news brought in last night. Brunches cancelled. Are you upset? Probably not. It needed to happen. Numbers are on the rise. We're going to talk about that in the show. We're also going to talk about crazy lavish Valentine's Day offerings. We've talked about one on the show already. Since then, it's been like a domino effect. We're seeing roses for like 5K. We're seeing yachts. We're seeing the whole shebang for Valentine's Day. It's February. We can talk about it. And we're also going to talk about UAE Citizenship. Who is eligible? Can you apply? This was news that came in at the weekend. But first of all, happy weekend. It's Thursday. You may or may not know, last week on Thursday, we started a little thing called Casual Thursday and No Makeup Thursday, hence my shiny face. Ali Baba made the good point that he never wears makeup, so thank you, Ali, for that. You can see Ali if you're watching on Facebook. You're also covered by a mask, though.
Yeah. Sneaky.
This is the thing. If I didn't have this show, because you get to we wear masks in Dubai all the time now, whenever you're outside in the office, of course, on the live show, I take it off, but in general, we're wearing our masks. So you don't need makeup anymore.
Mm.
I feel like yeah, I put in my eyebrows. I thought it was necessary. But good morning to everyone tuning in. We're watching on Instagram. There's people from Colombia, Hong Kong, Brazil, Canada, New York. It's so cool to have you guys watching our show. Jumping into our first story, this broke yesterday and it's following recent new regulations put in force until the end of the month. Brunches are banned in Dubai, effective immediately. Brunches cancelled. This actually didn't happen before, but it came in a circular from Dubai Tourism yesterday, and it basically asked establishments to postpone all large gatherings, such as brunches, until the end of the month. We know already there's no live music. We know already that entertainment has been cancelled. And this just kind of cements the fact that no, you cannot go to a brunch this weekend and it's effective immediately. So if you had those plans, you're going to have to cancel them. Does this affect you in any way?
Myself? No.
Yeah.
Not really. I never went to brunches.
Well,
I don't do brunches.
well, I've definitely been to my fair few, but I can't remember the last brunch I've been to here since COVID and the last couple of months. This new kind of laws in place until the end of the month, of course, in line with all the recent restrictions that we know the hotel occupancy is down to 70%. We know that there's reduced capacities at malls and cinemas. And for the few people that were planning kind of big party brunches, this is just putting a stop to that. I know a lot of people are sitting at home. I know a lot of people are staying safe. This news doesn't affect you. But for the people who were partying, the people who were going to boat parties have also actually been reduced. The capacity has been reduced to 10 people now. That is for you. It's for the people who've been going out the weekends partying. Actually, I saw a really interesting update from Dubai Media Office yesterday. And what they said was when Dubai went into lockdown, they put restrictions. We had one of the strictest lockdowns in the world. And when they slowly opened back up, they looked at data. So if an industry was in line, if people were following the restrictions, they were able to open up. And that's why we've been so lucky in Dubai watching all of these places open up. But now they have to reel some industries back in. So new cases yesterday, 3,977. A lot of new cases. Recovery stand at 4,075 in the last 24 hours. Total active cases in the UAE are at 313,626. Total active cases in the UAE, a small dip from yesterday, were at 20,472. I have to say, when I was starting the live today, what is it, the 3rd of February or the 4th of February? For some reason, I thought, where were we at this time last year? So I went way back to the articles that we wrote in February last year. And close enough, on February 22nd, it's just one article that I opened up. We wrote an article saying, confirmed UAE records 2 more coronavirus outbreaks, taking the total number of COVID-19 cases in the UAE to 22. So February 22nd last year, we had 22 cases of coronavirus in the UAE. Now we're at 313,000. And I kind of looked at some of the titles of like, will school close? Won't schools close? What are we doing with flights? Can we leave the country? All of these question marks. And what a year it's been. And I just feel like there's new restrictions in at the moment. We're going back to the kind of those days where we probably shouldn't be going out unless we absolutely need to. We're lucky that the offices are open. We're lucky that restaurants are still open, but we still need to kind of follow the precautions, counter lucky stars that Dubai is still open, that we've been here rather than anywhere else in the world. We've been so lucky for the last year, and let's just hope we all stay safe and stay well until we can get those vaccinations. Hopefully this weekend. I actually saw Rich is getting a vaccination this morning. He's getting his second dose. And he's with my mum, so hopefully they'll document it again, because he put my mum on stories. He put my mum on stories last time, and a couple of people were like, oh, add her again. But they're saying they're at that loop at Dubai Parks and Resorts. I don't know if you can see it. And the traffic at the moment is, because in Dubai you can do walk-in. You don't even need an appointment. So good luck to you guys, Mum, Rich, if you're watching. Hope it doesn't take too long. I think it's saying 9 minutes it was going to take them, which is nothing. The grand scheme of things. We'll move on to the next story. UAE Citizenship. Are you eligible? This news broke at the weekend. We kind of want to give you a little bit more history, a little bit more background around it. Because, of course, as soon as you hear that UAE Citizenship is open, you're like, are we eligible? So it was confirmed by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai. He said at the weekend that UAE Citizenship is now open, for investors, specialized talents, and professionals, including scientists, doctors, engineers, artists, and authors, and their families. So this is super cool. So if you can get that citizenship, it's also open to your family. One of the cool things is you don't have to renounce your citizenship, so you'll be able to get dual citizenship. Very, very cool. How do you get it? If you are in those brackets, if you are an author, let's write that book, Ali. If you are an engineer, if you are an investor, it'd be cool to be an author of like a children's book and then you get recognized by the UAE. If you are a leading artist, an intellectual, I like that intellectual one. Could we, because it's a gray area. Who says, there's no degree for intellectual.
You just have to be an intellectual.
Yeah, I'm clearly not getting that one. Yeah, but okay, so how you get it. Letters of recommendation are required to nominate in most categories. Take note of that. So they state the process of naturalization will be a nomination by the federal cabinet or by the ruler's office or executive council in the emirate. Letters of nomination are also required for nomination in most categories. So basically, the powers that be, you need to be recognized. Now, there may be ways to kind of submit a form, an application that hasn't actually been laid out yet, but you will need a letter of nomination. You need someone higher up in the federal government, in the federal government, in the federal cabinet, in the ruler's office, or in the executive council, and they need to say, yes, that person deserves a UAE citizenship. There may even be more of that. We still don't have the detailed criteria for each category, but stay tuned. We know this is something that everyone is very interested in. However, if you don't fall onto the categories that we just said, I'm pretty sure I don't, unfortunately. Ali, do you fall under any of the categories? Could you wing it?
I don't think so.
Author, doctor, specialized fields, inventors, investors who own property, scientists with a level of 10 years experience. If you don't fall onto these categories, it's okay. The UAE is working hard to open citizenship in many different areas. We've talked about this on the show before. There's the golden visa. That's massive contributions to society. There's the retirement visa for people who can retire here. There's the remote working visa. Now, this was introduced during COVID and it gave people the opportunity, if you're working elsewhere in the world, to come here and get a remote working visa. It's not as long term, but it still gives people an opportunity. And finally, something very interesting, the student family visa. And that was brought in for students in the UAE. If they have the funds to do so, their family can come under their visa for the duration of the time that they're studying. Which is pretty incredible. So there are different ways opening up to get visas in the UAE other than the working visa, which is pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. And finally, we'll move on to the lucky people living in Dubai with a lot of money. From a 4K bouquet to a 500K dinner, we're talking about the Lavish Valentine Splurges in Dubai. We talked about the 1 million dirham. I'm just seeing someone shout out, loving the No Makeup Thursday. Thank you very much. Just feeling a bit shiny, feeling a little bit awkward, but that's okay. No, I just think it's nice to have a little bit of a lie-in and not have to worry about it. I did wash my hair though, so I kind of feel like that reneges the time. Anyway, moving on to Valentine's splurges. 4K bouquets to 500K splurges to 1 million dirham dinners. We've talked about the 1 million dirham dinner and it got a lot of your attention. So I wanted to bring your attention to more of the insane, lavish, totally extra things that are happening in Dubai for Valentine's Day. Take note. This is for the 0.1% of people who can afford it. There are much more cheaper things that you can do, budget friendly. But I just wanted to call out some of the things. So basically, a bouquet of roses can be yours, Alibaba. And you can actually buy it for yourself or for your loved one for the princely sum of 4,200 dirham.
For myself? Nah.
Would you buy it for someone else?
I would buy a bouquet of roses, yes, for someone else, yeah.
Well, these are special roses. They've been lovingly preserved, and they're in this kind of glass plastic contraption. They're in the shape of a heart, and they will last you a lifetime.
A lifetime?
A lifetime.
How much is that?
4,200 dirham. It's a lot of money. Who needs diamonds when you have roses that will last you a whole life? Moving on, this one is very extra. So C'est La Vie is that incredible restaurant with a view of the Burj Khalifa, and it's on top of a dress sky view with a pool, and it's got that swing. So we've seen it on Instagram. It's constant. They have a special night, 500,000 dirham. They will deck out the entire pool in a floral arrangement. You'll have obviously like a five-star dinner. It's actually a 12-course dining experience, excuse me. You'll stay in the presidential suite. You'll be picked up in a limo. There will be 1,001 roses. Yeah. That's a lot of money. There'll be 1,001 roses delivered to you. And finally, also, as well as that, you get the Tiffany Atlas collection, which is a jewelry collection made by Tiffany, includes bangles and lots of things like that. 500K.
You know the saying of everything is big in Texas? Well, everything is big in Dubai.
Everything is bigger in Dubai.
Everything is bigger in Dubai, exactly.
Yeah. It's just phenomenal,
Yeah.
the wealth.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And then finally, the million dirham package oh no, we have another. The million dirham package we've talked about, which includes a Rolls Royce trip, a helipad, a yacht for 3 hours, a private butler, two four-course meals at Argentina Grill, and then finally, it's a proposal package, so you get a 5-carat diamond ring. You can also get private cabanas in Dubai or private villas for 12K. It's a lot of money. I would just, if anyone is spending this money, if you're planning a proposal, can we talk to you? If you're interested, I'd love to know.
Maybe. Let's see the insights.
Well, it's a phenomenal amount of money, and you would just be surprised, right?
Yeah.
But I would like to think that there is kind of the people who are spending it, it's because they're super in love and they have a very nice story to share. Or if you're doing something totally on the other end of the spectrum, and it's all about the thought, maybe you've met in Dubai and you have a love story to share it with us. We would love that even more.
That's nice. Like,
yeah, the thoughtful ones.
Yeah.
Do you have any cute love stories to share, Ali, while we're here?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
With our fans?
No, I don't have
Your
any,
fans, I mean?
I don't have any cute love stories.
Do you have any non-cute ones?
I have heartbreaks, but yeah, let's keep it at that.
Maybe for February 15th.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Another day.
Maybe another day.
Another day.
Another day when I could tell you a good love story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you searching for that good love story, Ali?
Me? Yeah, I am. But well, I don't necessarily am searching, but if it comes and it happens, it happens. Like
That's the best way to be.
Yeah, I'm not looking for it. Now I'm just focusing on myself. You know,
self-love.
self-love.
Self-love. Treat yourself
Self-love.
to some roses on Valentine's Day.
Self-love, you know. I learned that the hard way, but it is
well, you can't love someone else and expect someone else to love you until you love yourself.
Yes.
But that's so much easier said than done. Yeah. To be fully.
It's tough. Yeah,
but fully happy.
It took me it took me a long way for me to reach where I am at this point. So yeah.
Good for you. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Daily. Usually on Thursdays, we say we'll see you on Sunday. Not the case. Shireen is here with Mariam tomorrow morning from 9:30 with all the latest Lovin Dubai news. Stay tuned. We'll see you on Sunday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
And we out.